Hello my friends. How are y'all today? I'm doing wonderful, thanks for asking. In my Instagram story yesterday or the day before, I posted where I was cleaning up some old jars that I had found at the flip house that we had purchased last year. They were just down in the dirt. They're nasty, nasty. I've already washed up some right after I got them. And then these, we boxed up a bunch more. We put them over there in my mother-in-law's storage shed. And I got them out last week to clean up. And anyway, I posted on my Instagram story me cleaning them. And then after I soaked them and washed them real good in my sink, I put them in my dishwasher and ran it on a full sanitizing cycle. And anyway, they turned out good. A lot of pints, a lot of jelly jars, and then this big gallon. I won't can in this. I'll use this for storage, and it's smallmouth, and I don't like, and bigger jars like this, I don't like smallmouths. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, got some really pretty jelly jars. I don't know if you can see the patterns. Quite a few pretty jelly jars. Really, I love these, and I don't know if it's going to focus, but they're really pretty. So, just got all those out of the dishwasher. I'm going to put them aside and we'll find somewhere to put them. But today, we are going to be doing some cooking. I save all my boxes when I have bought canning jars for purposes like this. And also, when I can up, I can put them in these boxes, and it's easier for me to carry back to the back closet, storage room closet that I keep my canned goods in. So, always save your boxes. They really do come in handy. Okay, so what are we doing today? Okay. One, yesterday I went across the street and I picked, well, me and Chris, mostly, but me and Chris picked blueberries. So I want to do something, I want to make some kind of blueberry dessert, and then I'm going to put the rest of them in the freezer. So we got that to work on today. Oh, and yesterday I went and dug the rest of the potatoes that was out there in that grow sack, root pouch, whatever you call it. I dug one, remember? But anyway, I dug the rest of them. Got a pretty good bucket full, and they look pretty good. There are some small ones still, but to me these are pretty decent size. This one looks like a top of a mushroom. It's kind of thin and weird shape, but it will eat just fine. So I got those. I'm excited about that. I do have another cardboard box out there with Irish potatoes, and then I have some sweet potatoes planted. But I'm also going to fertilize, kind of vamp up that soil that these potatoes were in, and I'm going to do a third planting. I've never done that in the heat of summer, but we're going to try it and see, because I do have some Yukon Golds starter taters that I want to get in the ground. I've always done well with Yukon Golds, and I didn't plant any first or second round, so we're going to do Yukon Golds this time. But anyway, enough of that. Okay, we're going to work on this, and if I got time, we're going to do something else kind of fun. So, be back in a minute. I'm back. Okay, so we're going to make a crust. We're going to make a blueberry pie. Yeah, we're gonna make a blueberry pie. I wish I had some ice cream. I don't. Maybe I can get hubby to go to the store. Who knows? Okay, so I'm gonna start out in this bowl. This is one of those easy crusts that I've done for y'all, I know, several times. And I'm doubling it because you need a top. So I'm gonna do 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Sure that's a cup. Yeah, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and about 1/4 cup of sugar, the sugar out of the way. And the flour for the time being. Let me make some room. Okay, and we're going to need about a teaspoon of salt. This is 1/4 of a teaspoon, so I did 4 of them. And then a cup of flavorless oil. I'm going to be using avocado. And we'll give it a mix. Okay, if it ends up too dry and just really like crumbly, you can add a little milk to thin it out. I'm going to start with about a tablespoon. Okay, it's still just a little bit dry, but I forgot. I'm going to add some oats to this crust. Just because, I don't know, I think of blueberries with that crumble topping pie, which we're not making, but I thought probably add about 1/4 of a cup of oats to that, which is going to dry it out more. So when I get this mixed in, then we'll add some more milk. I think maybe just a little bit more, another tablespoon, and we're going to have it. You can just make this in your pie dish, not double the recipe and just have a bottom crust and just do it all in your pie dish. I do that for my chocolate pie. Yep, I think that's good. Okay. So I'm going to get my pie dish up here, and I'm going to get half of the mixture. And you just start mashing it around. Just takes a little patience in doing. Not difficult, just getting it all worked up and up the sides. I'm not worried about these little pieces that are coming apart on the bottom, because we can mash and fill those in. I just want to make sure it runs up the sides pretty good. I'm just going to get a little bit more. And then just move it around to cover the bottom. this edge. It kind of looks skimpy. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to put this in the refrigerator while we're working on the blueberries. But with the rest of them, rest of the pie crust, I am going to shape it into a disc, and I'm also going to put this in the refrigerator because we're going to have to roll this out for the top. And it does better with a cool dough when you roll it out. Okay, so both of these are going into the refrigerator. I'm back. Okay, so what I've done is I have washed, rinsed the blueberries. I'm gonna do that one mushed. This is a 2-cup measuring cup. There's 2. There's a little unripe one that got put in. I'm trying to, that one's got a little stem on it. I'm trying to judge according to, okay, I'm gonna need more. Okay, I think we're gonna be, make sure there's no stems. I thought I had looked at them, but I guess I didn't. Well, I did, but I guess I didn't get them all. Ones with little stems. Okay, so that's like 6 cups of blueberries. That might be too much. I'm gonna take out 1 cup. So, okay, we're gonna go 5.5 cups. 5.5 cups of blueberries. And then we're gonna take some flour. It's about 1 cup. Hang on, I'm coming. Get something that I can just easily toss. It's not gonna work. I didn't want to have to get my hands in there. But you want to get them tossed in flour because this is what thickens them up. And with them kind of being damp, it helps the flour stick to it. Okay. Pie crust. I let it chill in the refrigerator about 30 minutes. Brenda Gant does a blueberry pie just like this. My mother made her blueberry pies just like this. She made her blackberry pies just like this too. I remember as a young child going blackberry picking, and we'd go to my aunts and uncles to do that. And they were always, you know, pay attention for snakes, pay attention for snakes. And it would scare me so bad that of snakes, I just couldn't do it. And to this day, I don't like to go blackberry picking. Of course, theirs was like out in the woods. You know, I'm using this way to get some of the flour off. But she would toss them in flour. I have made blueberry pie before, where you make it you make a compote where you cook the blackberries down, add some cornstarch or tapioca starch to thicken it up. Now I do that when I make blueberry delight, blueberry lush. I don't know what you called it before. I believe I've made that. My husband loves that. Okay, let me wash my hands up. I'll be right back. Okay. Got the pie. One. I'm gonna get some butter. I just got this out of the freezer, so it's very hard. Okay, and I am gonna sprinkle just a. Let me see. I'm gonna start out with a cup. Because the blueberries are sweet, but they're not sweet enough dessert-wise. You just want to kind of get in there, fill up real good. So I maybe used a quarter cup. I don't know what my husband's out there doing. Something is just revving up. He was going to get on the lawnmower. But it's just bloom, bloom. Can y'all hear that? The lawnmower's not tearing up. Well, I was trying to do 2 even cuts, and they are not. So anyway, we're just going to take some butter. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it up. You want to use about a whole stick. This one's probably going to be a little less than a stick because I didn't cut it down even. But you want cold butter. And you want to make sure it gets on every part. Because when that butter and that sugar and the flour all meet and have a marriage ceremony, beautiful things come of that. Come on, butter. Come on, honey. Split for me. There you go. Okay. Now we got to roll out our top pie crust. I'm just going to set this to the side. Look at these little stems. And some just fell on the floor. And we got our top pie crust. We're gonna do some flour. I've been trying to decide this whole time how I want to do the top. Okay, let's start rolling it. But I think I may just do like a crisscross strips. This is not an ordinary pie crust. I'm really curious to see how it is going to stick together. I've not ever done a top pie crust with this. It's okay. We're okay. I think this is going to be fine. Okay. This is my pat, that I'd already put a cut on. So I'm fine cutting on it. It's already got a cut. So my new one will be to use appropriately. And this one will be used if I have to use a knife. Okay, let's see what we can do. Y'all ready? Let's see what we can do. Oh, it broke. That's okay. All right. Oh, me. I watched Brenda Gantz's video of hers, and she had the same problem with the top. And I thought, well, if I chill it, it'll do okay. But there's obviously, this is not a pie crust to use for a top. Dad nabbit. Maybe if I do it in half and it's not so long, picking it up. It'll work better. Halfway through if it starts darkening up too much. Okay, oven is preheated to 350. We're going to let this cook. It's probably going to cook about an hour. And then I'm going to clean up my mess. And then I'll be back. whenever it cooks, like I said, it's going to cook about an hour. Well, in your case, it's going to cook about 2 seconds. So I'll be back. All right, guys, the pie's in the oven. I have washed the remaining of my strawberries, blueberries, and this is how I freeze them. I just put them on a sheet pan with some parchment or wax paper, whatever you have. And I try to spread them out as much as possible and get any that's got some little stems on it that I didn't catch in the washing. Well, you can really see them better when they're laid out like this than when you're washing them. Okay, so to spread them out in a single layer. I've got too much on here really for a single layer, but as much as you can get it. And then I'm going to flash freeze these. I'm just going to stick these in my freezer and let them freeze, and then I'll put them in some freezer bags for me to use for recipes later on down the line. So these are going in the freezer. I just put the pie in, so we got a little while to go. Okay, the pie is out of the oven. It don't look too bad. It did start spilling over and I had to put a sheet pan underneath it. But it took about an hour and a half to cook this sucker. The top didn't get too brown. But anyway, once it cooks, I know it would be delicious to go ahead and cut into it right now with a scoop of ice cream. But I don't have a scoop of ice cream. I don't have any ice cream. And we haven't eaten dinner yet. So, when I do cut into this evening, I will show y'all. I was trying to do something there with my camera but I don't know if it worked out. Probably looks goofy before we get to this point. But anyway, we're at this point. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so we're going to take a taste. That's good. Oh, I love this crust. Very good. Very good. Very good. I'm going to sit here and scarf it all down. Okay. So good. Y'all gotta try this. Okay. I'm not going to eat no more on the camera. Okay, no I'm not. Thanks for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. Don't forget, like my video, subscribe to my video, share my video. And I will see y'all next time. Y'all have a blessed day.